All right, yeah, sorry, I was introducing this guy. Apparently this guy needs no introduction. He's really what he is he's the editor of TV Guide magazine, but because the world is changing, one of the cruel tricks of fate is that he has a new title, which is just not as sexy. He is still just as important, but he's now called the Chief Content Officer. Poor guy, but he's awesome, and he's a sort of, I don't know, he's my TV talking buddy. It's Mike Schneider. Yeah.
So get up, get down, I came to rock you again. Got love.
I think they like it when you sit there. Yeah,
sounds
that's
good.
Your mic.
I know
it's sit.
So we're talking about dreams, right? So I had a really bizarre, like, you guys have these dreams that are so vivid that you wake up the next day and you're still not quite sure if it was real or not, if it really happened or not.
Yeah, like when you're in your early 20s and like I always had those dreams where you'd find $50. And it's like you really need $50. That's like a lot of ramen noodles and pot and stuff, and you're like, it's like such a low stakes dream that you're like 3 hours into your shower, 3 hour shower. 3 hours into your day when you suddenly realize you don't have $50 extra dollars. It's so sad.
The biggest letdown of the day. So I had this really weird dream last night, and maybe amateur psychologist, dream catcher Dan Harmon can help me with this. So in my dream, I'm suddenly a contestant on Jeopardy, but for some reason they've sold like the branding rights to Dunkin' Donuts. So there's a new Jeopardy set. Literally right behind Trebek is a functioning Dunkin' Donuts branch where they're actually selling donuts on the set.
During the game show?
During the game show. They're in the background like selling donuts, and Trebek is standing up there. And Trebek doesn't give a fuck anymore. Trebek is like, I'm done with this. So the episode is going on, and it's me and two other contestants, and he's talking to us. He's asking us about ourselves, but he never gets around to actually asking any questions. So halfway through the show, suddenly people in the audience start screaming out, "Trebek, ask a question!" And he just sort of glares at them and goes back and he starts asking me again about, what I do for a living. And it still says 0 underneath me. And meanwhile, they're making donuts in the background. I'm actually thinking, that donut looks pretty good.
All right, so corporate America has changed the mediascape to a point where, although you're a nice guy and feel fulfilled and know who you are, the clock is running out on your life and you're not achieving anything.
That's pretty good. So literally today, I go and I run into my brother-in-law, and the first thing he says out of his mouth is, "Hey, they're opening a new Dunkin' Donuts in Encino."
What?
I don't know what that meant, but like the first thing, like today, it's following me. That's
weird.
It's bizarre.
I mean, I know Dunkin' Donuts aren't rare, but that's definitely weird. I haven't heard the word Dunkin' Donuts all week. If I dreamt about a Dunkin' Donuts and someone mentioned it, I would consider that notable. Notable evidence of paranormal
That's
activity.
why the very first thing I brought up on your podcast right now was my Dunkin' Donuts dream for some strange reason.
Well, there was there was one story of the sleep paralysis thing where the guy was talking and he told a story about how there was like a demon standing over him and telling him, "You're gonna die, I'm gonna demon," and then. But then his girlfriend sat up.
Did he have a T-shirt
screaming.
that said "demon" on it?
Yeah. Demon with 2 D's for a double dose of this damon. His girlfriend sat up screaming, and she was having a night terror. And in her nightmare, there was a cat sitting on her chest, speaking in gibberish to her boyfriend
at the same time.
But the cat it was a giant black cat, and a lot of people report that. Like I think it's just an explanation for like this giant. Your mind is trying to put an object on something that makes no sense. So and a lot of people make it a big black cat. Her big black cat had red eyes, and so did this demon. At that point in the documentary, I said, I don't know if I believe that. And Aaron said, "Why?" And it's like, well, because that's like kind of like confirmed proof of supernatural activity. Like I'm not like a cynical skeptic about things for no reason, but then again I take it very seriously if somebody asserts, like Jeff does, that he predicted 9/11 when his dream. It's like I just get really quiet and wait for Kumail to, start point making fun of him.
He did that, and I predicted the Dunkin' Donuts in Encino. So it's kind of.
But that's right on the bubble. Like that's like intriguing to me because I feel like that's possible. It's too coincidental that she's dreaming of a black cat with red eyes and there's a demon with red eyes and I don't know. It's like I feel like someone's lying. But I mean, what do you make of this paranormal shenanigans?
Well, I mean, what's strange about that one is that those two events were happening supposedly at the exact same time, which is very weird.
Aaron said, "Well, this guy has this thing happen to him every night in one form or another, so it's only a matter of statistics."
Well, then it would make sense that she was having nightmares like that because if this happens to him all the time, then,
that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you heard the stories of the people who actually can't fall asleep, and after a couple of weeks of not sleeping, they start to actually hallucinate the things that they're dreaming? They're actually dreaming, but they're awake.
I've been in that state.
Yeah. Toward the end of every season.
I'll go a couple days without sleep, and then there's a sort of like delusional state that sets in, which is actually really cool.
Yeah.
And you stop needing as much sleep, like your body the same way you've heard this and may probably experience it, how like your body suppresses illness if you're really like your body has this sense of like, well, she needs to get her work done at the hospital or whatever for this week. This is a rough week, and you feel like you're maybe gonna get sick, or you've been exposed to all these colds and stuff, and you're not getting sick, and you don't know. You're just like, I guess I just don't get sick, and then the week ends, and you just like collapse into mucus, like because your body's like, yeah, fuck you, you were sick the whole time. But so the same thing. It works that way with sleep too. I think after a while, after a certain amount of sleep deprivation, kids try this. You can actually just like sleep for 20 minutes at a time, and then just when you wake up and it's like there's no way you got enough sleep, but your body is just now on the Atkins diet of sleep, where it's like, just give me a little nibble of ham, just give me something. I don't need a Snickers bar. I don't need to sleep for 8 hours, but I get it. You're an asshole. Give me a little berry from a bush so I can keep going. It's pretty cool because I will fall asleep while typing. And then you wake up and then you read like this weird shit. I would like fall asleep in like writers' rooms, and then like I'm kind of like half like I'm still asleep, but my eyes are open and I'm just saying something. Like I'll just start. They'll be like, well, what if Annie's jealous of Britta, and so she does this, and then I'll go, yeah. What if about Minecraft? Or something else that's out like from another part of my brain, and everyone will get this weird look on their face, and I'll get embarrassed, and I'll go take a nap in my office.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah, but it made the show so good. Again, I can tell when it's lies. I'm not interested. Look, I know that's you guys saying, "Hey, we enjoyed season 6," and thank you very much for saying that all over Twitter too. I thank you.
Ham, girl.
That keeps me going. But oh no, please! They're standing up in the back. Oh no! Don't everybody stand up. I thought that might work. I thought if everyone thought a standing O was happening behind them, you could like start one from the back. Not like the real standing O I got when I wrote those Oscars that Hugh Jackman hosted. Sean Penn just fucking leaped to his feet. He was like, "Yes, best Oscars ever." It was amazing.
Standing O.
And then Ed Harris was like, "I agree. I don't care." Morgan Freeman was like, "Yeah."